Hello and welcome to the Comics Atlas. This is the series in which we talk about the complete history of comic book characters. The Jester is yesterday's news, and so is Karen, as attorney Murdoch continues to struggle with his daily life and his secret persona. Today we're gonna read issues 47 to 50 of Daredevil, where a lot of criminals and a robot are waiting for our man with open arms. It should be a nice episode, so let's get to it. Issue 47 opens with a Vietnam flashback, but not the Frank Castle one, a happier memory. A certain blind soldier, Willie Lincoln, is excited to finally get to see Daredevil perform live in front of the troops. After the show goes off, the vigilante has a few words of encouragement for Billy, and wires him to meet his lawyer persona when he returns to the States. Back in the present, the man now needs a lawyer. He's been framed for taking a bribe while he worked for the police force, and takes advice from one Karen Page at the welfare office of Meet and Matthew. So both blind men have a case on their hands. Our protagonist pulls double duty in the following days, defeating a thug sent to muscle him out of the mess, and then the guys who were trying to imprison Willie at court. Even after the case is settled, these people are looking for revenge, but the man without fear is not scared of them, just knocking them down in the dark and giving hope for his new friend to start a new life. Our focus changes to New York politics for issue 48. Foggy is on the lead of his district attorney race. According to the polls, this has led to some shady characters hiring a stealth man to face him out. Daredevil hears this out and now must stop his enemy from ending his friend. Easier said than done. When he gets to the office, Karen is back. With his girl present, he must play the asshole and make everyone leave the place, just in time, because a stealth man won't wait for the gang's labor disputes. They fight in the office and on the streets, resulting in the most predictable escape in comics history. After the dust has settled and a few days have passed, we have our results. Foggy Nelson has been elected the new DA of New York. It's a day for celebration and new opportunities, except for Murdoch, who goes away as it seems his relationship and partnership with his best friend has ended. He's livid about the fact, knowing it's his own decisions that have driven him to the path of loneliness. For what seems like the 10th time, he throws his costume to the ground and makes plans for a life without superhero duties. Don't be so innocent, man. Cue in a big old robot hiding in his closet. The purple and blue creature tries to strangle our hero, whose well-laid punches can hurt its plastic body. In the blink of an eye, our lawyer friend is punched, defeated, and carried away into the night. Only an old friend can save him now. Willie from 2 issues ago comes in walking and the robot decides it's better to keep its presence unknown than to continue carrying his prize. It's then we meet the man who sent this creation to track and kidnap Matt. It was Star Saxton. Of course you don't know who that is. He's a crazy scientist contracted by Biggie Benson, the same thug who tried to frame Willie. While eager to make a few bucks, he's more interested in testing his invention's capabilities against a living target. So he introduced a special photograph of the hero containing his order into the robot, and the hunt was on. After being nursed back to relative health by his fellow blind citizen, Daredevil heads back to his apartment and waits for the robot to strike again. It does, turning our protagonist into a living burrito. Still, Murdoch escapes using his billy club and agility. The robot grows tired and uses the ace of his sleeve. It becomes a giant. Cue to Karen and Foggy, both missing their friend but unable to talk to him. He has his handfuls with a huge robot, of course. When everything seems lost, the man without fear eyes the opportunity to sneak in a victory, luring his enemy to run head-on into the fuse box. Of course, sparks fly away and the robot forgets its mission. This gigantic thing then crashes to the streets of New York and back to his creator's lab to receive more instructions. Daredevil follows him and without knowing he reaches Star Saxton. At that moment, Saxton is already planning his next move and how much money he's gonna make. Let's see how he does against a superhero. He throws a phosphorus bomb to Matt and the whole place burns. In panic, Saxton messes up his photographs and programs the robot to now go find Biggie Benson. With a lot of pain in his body, Matthew knows he must go and stop it from killing people even if there is scum. The powerful robot prowls the prison's walls and makes his way through all the officers around. Meanwhile, Daredevil reaches Biggie first and tries to warn him, but hey, criminal's gonna screw up. He sucker punches the hero just as the robot gets to his cell. I guess we're gonna leave it at that and continue the escapades of Murdoch and Saxton next week. I like the story of Willie Lincoln and his quest to reintegrate to society. In general, I enjoy the most personal stories with superheroes. the ones in which they help actual people instead of, quote-unquote, save the world. It's just nice to see Matthew helping a blind man just like him, and making him see, no pun intended, that there's more to life than the self-pity present in hard moments. Karen. Oh, Karen. At this point, all the tension he creates is useless. You and I both know they'll get together somehow. Her association with Daredevil will put him in danger, and Matt will drive her away, only to regret his decisions and get back together. Nice work, guys, keep the cycle alive and well. It's a bit more interesting to see Foggy as DA. Presumably he'll be put in more danger now, so overtime for our hero. Their relationship is fractured and none of the guys is the one to seek for forgiveness, so maybe for a while we'll get to see a more independent Matt. Just wishful thinking. Let's hope for the resolution of the robot and Saxton to be more interesting. Taking into consideration he's just another scientist nut and his robot is rather uninspiring, I'm not holding my breath for this to be an all-timer. So all in all, just average stuff. Go and grab your Spider-Man comics for a while. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to leave your like, share and subscribe down below. You can also check my other playlist on heroes such as Spider-Man and Thor. This is the Comics Atlas, and I wish you all a nice existence.